I hate to take you back down this memory lane because I hate even talking about it sometimes. But one of the toughest moments of your son's career was, of course, when he got injured for Team USA, when he injured his leg. And I know as a parent, of course, you was at the game, so it had to be beyond devastating. But I want to know, when you ran down there on the court and you connected with the injury and seen everything, what was the first thing you said to Pete?
Yeah, that was a tough one there. Well, I when I got down there, I can see that, I can see the whole injury because they hadn't covered it up yet.
Right.
And then someone came up and put like a towel over his leg.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got down there to him, he grabbed me, and he ain't never squeezed my head like that ever. And I'm looking at him like, hey, if you want to let out a tear or something, it's okay. Go on and do it. But he was just like, Dad, I need something. I'm in pain. I said, yeah, I know, son. I can do. And we just trying to hurry up and get, something going. But it looked like it took maybe about good 30 minutes before they got him up off the floor. And then we were scrambling around to see what hospital to bring him to. Mm-hmm. We were almost at one hospital, and they were like, no. And they turn around, and we following him. And so they go across the other town of Vegas. So we gets in there, and of course they give him something for pain now. And they getting ready for bring him into surgery. And so he was kind of slowly, like the medicine was starting to work in. And his agent, Aaron, for some reason he got Mr. Bryant on the phone, Kobe. And so he gives the phone to Paul. And so him and Paul is talking on the phone. And then when he gets done, he said, guess who I was talking to? I'm like, ooh. He's laying there, he's smiling down. And he said, I just got to talking to Kobe Bryant. Really? Like, okay. And then after that, they wheeled him in. But you had every NBA player that was in the hospital. They were all there. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were all in the hallway. Everybody was there. So when it come to NBA love, I do see it. When one of their ones is down, they all stick. Afterwards, everything, the surgery, and I think he was in there about a couple of days before they let you come home. We gets home, and I never forget this. We gets home, and it helps him in the room, and he had a lot of stairs at his house, and he gets up there, and he gets in his room, and I sets him down in there. He gets situated in there, and then he calls me later on and said, Dad, I comes in there. He said, can you help me downstairs? I go, well, what do you want? I go get it. He said, no, I want you to help me downstairs. Well, he had his own little private basketball court. And now he just getting home from surgery. Got crutches and all that. And I'm like, so I helps him downstairs. We gets down there on the, like on the gym, And he go, well, I want to shoot the ball. You just give it to me. And I go, huh? And I'm over here trying not to tear up because I'm like, come on, you shouldn't be thinking about basketball right now.
Right.
Let's try and get this working. And I sit there. We were out there about a good hour maybe. He would shoot the ball sitting down. I would give it back to him. Then like, okay, let me go back upstairs and put him back in his room. But that was a tough one because I didn't know what the outcome was going to be,
Right.
But yeah, that was a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
That was a definitely nightmare. I wouldn't wish that on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, P, I got to ask you. I don't care. What did Kobe Bryant say to you on that phone call?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He was just like, obviously he was just showing his support. He was like, if you need anything from me, I'm here. I'm in this with you. But he was just like, he was like, the rehab is going to be tough, right? the work is gonna be hard. And he was like, nobody wants to rehab because this was the first time I've ever been injured.
Broke anything.
You know, broke anything. I fucked my ankle up in college, but it didn't require surgery. You know, it just was time off. So this was like first injury I ever had that required surgery. And he was just like, you know, the work gonna be tedious. You know, it's gonna be tiresome. You know, you're not gonna want to do it. But he was like, my advice is to attack rehab the same way you attack working out on the court.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you find fun in working out on the basketball court. You got to find that same fun for the rehab. No other way you're going to get through it is just attack rehab like you attack the basketball court. Mm-hmm. And that took me a long ways because instantly I knew everything he said leading up to it, right? How hard it is, the tedious work it takes, doing the same shit day after day. Like that gets exhausting. Right. You know what I mean? And so if he didn't tell me that and warn me ahead of time, then my mind kind of would have been all over the place of like not all the way there, trying to do this, not giving it 100%. But he kind of warned me on that. And so the second end of that, of attacking it like basketball, I was like, all right, he said it was going to be tedious, but now I got to just give it everything I got every time I work out. And so that was kind of the breakthrough. You know what I mean? That was the breakthrough. But, you know, I was surreal about the call. Like, and I'm still drugged up.
Who was the first
I'm still drugged up.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm still like drugged up too. So like, I was probably like, yo, cold.
Okay. You smiling.
What's up, man?
Okay.
You trying to hoop? You trying to one-on-one? Laying in the bed. But yeah, about the support of just league guys, man. It was so many people reaching out through phone. I know there was people there at the hospital. Floyd came every day.
He came there. I mean, he said, forget the hospital food.
Yeah.
And he brung,
shout out Floyd.
I mean, literally, he brung all soul food in Vegas.
Floyd was at the hospital every day.
The floor smelling like you was at Mama's kitchen.
I mean, Floyd was at the hospital every day.
Floyd pulled up at least, I was at the hospital maybe 6-7 days.
Yeah, maybe
Floyd
a week.
Probably came 3 or 4 days out of that. Like, P, I'm gonna come. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna come check on you. Next day come, he was there.
Yeah,
a fresh plate.
Yeah,
soul food, man. So big shout out to Floyd, man. Floyd was.
Y'all see his fight this weekend?
I saw they
I watched highlights. I watched highlights of it.
He fought Gotti again. He fired the ref.
I thought he was still retired.
Yeah.
So these are all unofficial now. He'll do exhibition fights.
Oh,
so this is
get a little some of
he's
this.
Smart, man. He's smart.
He's a smart guy.
But he
smart.
fired the referee. He disagreed with one of the calls.
It was a bad call though.
As a ref and brought in another.
I saw
another ref.
That's how you do it.
It was a bad call. He threw a hook. It connected like. It wasn't a back of the head shot.
Right.
The ref tried to say it was he hit him in the back of the head. It was a clean hook. Floyd like, man, get out. Get out of here.
Shout out to the champ.
Wow.
Man.
The champ.
That's crazy.
Pops, you mentioned though that you were unsure what was next after seeing the injury and seeing where P's been able to take his basketball career since that injury. Did you learn anything new about your son during that time?
Yeah, he don't take no for like an answer. He don't let nothing get in his way. That I did learn from him. I mean, I sit back, I'm like, wow, he is not giving up. 'Cause me, I was ready to, I would have been still crying, you know, from that injury, I would have been, but hey, they be like, what is wrong? That happened 15 years ago. Why are you still crying?
Eyes would have been closed for a week.
Still hurt. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's out of the pain.
But no, I think it made him more stronger. He had a good reason for the throw, like the towel in. He could have stopped, but he didn't. He didn't. When that happened, I was like, oh. Dang, he might have to look into doing something else now. You know,
I think when initially, before we got the news And just how God works with me, you know, obviously my mom was praying up for me. And to hear the best news that we could get, that it was a clean break, no ligaments, no no vein, no ligaments, no cartilage was torn, like it was just straight bone. I think that was the best outcome that we could have had on that situation. And so, you know, the doctor was like, bone is bone. It's gonna heal back together. You're gonna be back fine. So I think that gave me room to bring positive
back into
it, right? Because I was negative to like, man, like I'm done. Like, you know, I done built up so much steam and then now it's just gone.
Yeah.
And so them saying it was a clean break and the bone will heal, that was room for me to be like, all right, like let's go get it. Now I'm ready for the next steps of recovering. But the doubt was there initially. The doubt was there for sure initially of who I was gonna be. And it was still there. I knew I would be back because of it was just bone on bone. So I knew I would be back playing. But at that point, at what level, you know, am I still gonna be at the level that I was when I left? Or am I just gonna be, you know, a shell of it and have to alter my game tremendously? Am I gonna be able to play defense like I used to, or blow by people, or, you know, jump like I used to? All of it took a little hit. Obviously, I know the athlete I was and where I was at coming back. I wasn't the athlete coming back. But from the naked eye, like outside looking in, I'm close to where, you know, I was at before the injury. But no, it was definitely some hard times on, I'm not sure of I'll ever play this game at the same level that I used to.
But just piggyback on what he was saying, with the doctors, they kind of helped too. You know, they kind of helped us
see the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. And so they started telling us, you know, because it was like a good break, you know, that his leg would be better, you know. And so that kind of, like he said, that did give up like a lot of hope. Well, maybe I can get back out there. Maybe I can, you know, maybe not lose like a big step, you know. But his first game back, that was the game when you know, his first game when he came back and played. I mean, just the fans alone. I mean, everybody was on their feet. Right. You know, they was happy to see him back. So yeah, that was I mean, that I never forget. I mean, to me, it was like him winning something. You know, I mean, when he walked back out there, when the coach put him out and he didn't play much. He just went out and played a little bit. And I'm saying to myself, maybe Paul gonna be back. You know,
he played good in that game too. It was against Miami. I'll never forget. Man.
Yeah, which is fitting. Miami was the team that, you know, gave us the most trouble, and that was the game back. And I think I debuted a new number, 13 at that point. Yeah, I think I scored 13 that night. And so it was a lot that I remember just from that moment. Fans was going crazy. You know, it was a surreal.
Yes. Yep.
Surreal moment.
We want to take a brief break from the episode to let you know that Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 5 million members across the country, it is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players.
Jackie, you know why I like Prize Picks so much?
Why?
Because, you know, I usually am dabbling in the sports, but every once in a while, I like to switch it up and place some entries on the video games.
I was gonna say the same.
It's fun,
thing.
and then you know our boy just signed a new contract, CD. So I'm going over every week on CD. think he deserved it.
I'm going every game.
You did the right thing, Gary.
Yeah, same thing with me, man. I just love Prize Picks because they give you so many dibbles and dabbles. You can do everything. I mean, if you want to do it like you said, a video game, some tennis, some cricket. You can go ahead and do it. But like you said, man, I definitely will be doing a lot of over this year with my boy CD Lamb. I don't care. That's just what it is.
You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. So sign up today and get $50 instantly when you just play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed.
Right now, one Caleb Williams passing yard gets you one win on Prize Picks every week in September. That's right. Only 1 yard gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. 4 weeks for free. W's, baby. Don't miss the deal on Prize Picks because it's gone when September ends.
Download the app today and use code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So you can start football season by downloading the app today and using the code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.